Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of the Fivers Futures Live. I am Dave, your host, and this is going to be an interesting one today. It's going to be it is CPI day, and we're going to look at what the news is doing. We've had an awesome reaction here, so let us see. I just want to make sure. I feel like my mic is giving an issue because I can't hear myself. Give me 1 second. Can I hear myself? All right, I can hear myself now. We're good. I see Hermes MBN in the house. How you doing? How you doing? We're gonna get into these charts because we've had a crazy reaction on the markets. So let's get into it. We had, and I should be joined by Alejandra in a few, and Caesar a little bit later. So, sorry. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Today's Tuesday. No, Alejandra's not coming. You can hear me, Ernest? All right, awesome. That's great. That is great. Let's put a little bit of music in the background. This way I don't feel so alone. So massive reaction in the markets today. We've had the CPI print. Let's take a quick look at that really quickly. So as I was saying, we had the headline. Where is it? Okay, so inflation rate year over year was 3.8. It came in at 3.5, so lower than expected, and that's why we're getting that massive reaction over here. I hear my doorbell ringing. Somebody's in the background. Let me know if you're ready, and then I'll bring you to the scene. All right, my man Caesar's in the house. How you doing, man?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing good. Looking at this massive reaction we got in the markets.
I know, right? Yeah, it was caught a nice little long on it.
Oh, you caught it. Nice.
Yeah, just about 100 points. So I'm looking for a continuation, but now it's like let me share my screen so you can see.
No problem. Go ahead.
I'm actually charting it up right now.
What's up, Lavin? How you doing? Ernest, good to see you.
All right, see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen. Let me load it up. Give me 1 second. All right, you're live.
I'm gonna be looking for price to come back into this area for a long. And,
all right.
And reason being is because that's the breakout area.
Yeah.
So we broke out of this channel. So from here, from the top, this is the top, this is the bottom. We broke out of it, so I'm expecting price to come back into it, shoot up. I still have that trend line from the 4-hour, right, which you could see we slightly got rejected below it. And the full target is going to be that upward, was the line. So I gotta get really better with this.
Go to the right. They're easier to see on the right.
Yeah, so the target is going to be 30,067, which was would be the completion of the gap, right, from Friday's close. So this is what I'll be looking for on NQ. If it starts to move, I will chase an entry, and then just look to add accordingly.
Okay, so looking for like 30,000s,
Yeah.
72 plus as the top.
Yeah.
And then, all right, yeah. So far, things are definitely looking more bullish and bearish, especially based on the news. As I was discussing in our pre-market prep earlier today, well, just now actually, since we're doing the pre-market prep on Discord, basically the reaction is based on the result that we got, right? The actual numbers came in lower than expected. So all these algos are reading it like, all right, let's quickly position because the news says results are better than expected. So technically, and that's really technically in huge quotation marks, the Fed should cut rates because inflation came in lower than expected. But and that's with a capital B. We don't know. We don't know what the Fed's going to do. Warsh is going to speak at 10 o'clock. We'll see what he says. But for now, we just follow the technicals, follow the price action. We don't care about what the news is. The chart is not going to lie. Hopefully, we don't get any weird tweets like yesterday. I still call them tweets, by the way.
I do the same. I still call it tweets.
Yeah. Why? I don't. Why did it? Why did they have to change the name? Anyways,
I don't know.
I don't have
I'm not,
$40 billion to buy a company, so that's probably why I can't change it. But anyways, yeah. So you're looking to take positions. Actually, I was discussing me. I think I'm gonna sit and watch for the most part until something really screams at me.
gotcha. Yeah.
Because I think at 10 o'clock we're gonna get that whipsaw action once what's his name Warsh
War
starts
speaks. Yeah.
talking.
War speaks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's not something I'm great at. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking. I mean, I have the level, so as if price comes into it at the open, which would be great.
Yep.
I'll scale in. If price starts to move away from it and momentum gains, I'll chase it, leave room to add. But I think we see that gap fill today.
Okay. Yeah, I think we could see it. And if it's a really positive day, I think we go past 30,000.
Hmm.
We were just zooming out, looking at it on a daily chart with which I'm gonna show you. Give me 1 second. Let me just forward this really quick. By the way, if you guys have question, let us know in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking.
Good day, all. Let's see any questions. None yet so far.
All right. Yeah, so zooming out here, this is, don't mind my all my squibbles.
I know, not at all.
But we were looking at this in the pre-market and saying, okay, we had this coiling action happening, right, for the past, I don't know, since beginning of June, and things were looking pretty bearish yesterday at the beginning of I mean, until the news hit. So I was looking for a continuation downwards and maybe targeting those 29,000s, 28,800 maybe. But things have shifted now. So as usual, I always have the bullish case, bearish case, and neutral case. And what I was seeing is, from the lows, if we measure from the lows, call it the Asia session lows, 29,300s, the Nasdaq has moved 1,000 points in a day. So if I measure from these lows, that's right around. If we do have 1,000 point day, that's 30,200s more or less. If we have like a 700 point day, that's 30,050, and you're talking about the 30,070s
Yeah, yeah. Which will be
as a
right
level,
around.
more or less, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's right around that area.
Yeah,
It's 67 to be exact, but yeah, but we'll just round it off to 70. And
yeah,
honestly, it'll most likely end up going a bit higher, so maybe 80, 90, or 100.
yeah. So that's entirely possible. Now that's measuring from the Asia lows. Now if we're considering a regular session, New York cash session, and we get a really positive 500 point day, then we're going all the way to 30,250 plus. So we'll see if that can hold, if we can follow through. We'll see if possible shorts get squeezed. We'll see what happens. Today I'm going to be patient, going to trade small as usual.
Hmm.
And then yeah, we'll pick our spots.
Yes.
um
Especially since we got Kevin speaking, so. But after the speech, I mean, Ideally, we should get like smoother action, but we'll see in preparation.
We'll see. I don't know how long his speech is going to be.
Could be 30 minutes. Anticipated to be maybe 30 minutes or a little bit over.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, guys, let us know in the chat. What are you looking at? What are you thinking? What are you trading? For anybody trading gold, this was an awesome move. You got and I know some people were trading gold. They didn't catch the whole move. They caught part of it. That's a really fast 80+ point move there in, what was it, 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. You got 76 points if you were, buying from these lows. So that's pretty good on gold. Let's take a quick look at oil. Zooming out. We're definitely getting that reaction that I thought we were going to get a few weeks back. Mid-June, we talked about how we could hit these levels and pull back. So crude oil pushing higher. Now, if the indices start rallying, then we could possibly see a pullback on oil. So we'll see how that goes. We got IG 6207 in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Let us know what you're trading. Remember to like the stream as usual, not the screen. What's up, Colin? You got a nice pullback trade on ES. Good job, good job, good job, man. Let us know. Where did you get in? Where did you get out? Were you short? Were you long? You said pullback, so it was probably a continuation higher. But we'll see. I think I'm going to trade the ES today instead of the NQ. Let's look at the Dow. Dow looking a little bit more bearish, trying to hold up these levels. Short on pullback. Nice. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. YM trying to curl back up. We're about 15 minutes from the open. So we'll see if we get follow through. Caesar's saying he's waiting for us to get a pullback into this zone right here. Call it 29,650s more or less, for a continuation higher. Hopefully we get it right on the open. We shall see. So you're only, actually I haven't asked you. You ever rotate between assets? Or you just go NQ?
Yeah, I do. I rotate through ES. Like I have ES. I have ES, YM, and NQ and Russell, along with gold and silver and oil up simultaneously. So on my other screens, I can see them. So I can trade those when I see either a setup or I see momentum coming in. I'll trade them. But lately, the past few years, NQ has moved the best for me.
Yeah.
So it's my default. If there's a day NQ's acting funny style, I'll trade ES until NQ starts to act right. There's times where I'll trade them collective, right? I'll trade NQ and then I see a opportunity on ES and I'll take the ES trade as well. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, NQ has been sometimes behaving like a penny stock for the past few years. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's my go-to, especially because like I get because I'm also trading Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, and Nvidia, Tesla. They affect. They have the biggest weight on the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
So when I see that, Nvidia, let's say I see Nvidia's looking pretty bullish today, and it's running, and NQ is lagging, I will go into NQ because I know it's a matter of time before it gets up. So because I have that little cheat sheet, right?
Hmm.
Because there's less companies to track on the Nasdaq than there are on ES. I mean, ES is 500 companies, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
five times.
which ones like really have the most weight, right? And then the Dow Jones, it's only 30 companies and stuff like that, but there's always like a constant rotation between which one is causing the Dow to move the most or whatnot. Whereas with NQ, it's stable. Like for the foreseeable future, it's Nvidia, Tesla, right? And then
Yeah,
maybe SpaceX will end up coming
maybe.
into it, maybe. But for now, it's Nvidia, it's Tesla, it's Meta, it's Amazon, right? The top seven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely do affect the markets. And while I don't trade them, definitely take a look at them from time to time to see how they're behaving. That's why you guys see me rolling through all these assets that are already loaded up on my list because, like Caesar says, they're the ones leading the charge, they're the ones affecting the index the most. So if you see the index moving sideways, but you're seeing all these assets go red, for example, well, that might be a good time to short. Or reversely, if you see them moving sideways and you see all of them looking to turn and become bullish, then that's when you might want to go long. So, yeah, I agree there. Do you know anything about SK Hynix? It's this new Korean company that got listed. I think they're a chips manufacturer, whole AI play. And it looks like they mentioned it to me the other day. I didn't know much about it. Took a quick look. They recently got listed. People talk a lot about Chinese ADRs, but I think it's a Korean company.
I have to check it
I
out.
Huh?
SK Hynix?
Yeah, SK Hynix. I think. Let me check it out. Let me pull it up on the chart here. SK
Wait, what's the symbol? I'll take a look.
SK. I think SKHY. Yeah, SK Hynix Inc.
SK what?
The symbol is SKHY. That's the listing on the Nasdaq.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Oh man, they're cratering. Yeah, they just got listed. It looks like they are a overweight by. Let me just. You know what? We're gonna talk to the AI.
Mhm.
Let's talk to Claude. And then I have this thing where I don't have to type. So, hey Claude, what's up? Do you know anything about the company SK Hynix? Symbol is SKHY on the Nasdaq. Ernest saying SK Hynix an oldie in the memory industry. Okay. Claude is thinking about it. I just want to see the ticker. US listed is SKHY. They did okay. Temporary symbol on Friday and switched to as of today. Nice. South Korean semiconductor conductor. It's one of the big three. Okay, they're an oldie. Now I see why you're saying that. 1983. They claim roughly 56% of global. So they raised 26.5 billion in their offering. Largest ever first-time U.S. listing by a foreign company. Interesting, eclipsing Alibaba. So listed share collapsed. Wow. And the ADR has slid too, trading around 152 today versus the 168 prior close. It's a cyclical. All right, so they're manufacturer. Anyways, I heard they were asking me about it. Some people were talking about it. I thought you knew about the company. Well, all right, let's put a little bit of music in the background. Let us know in the chat, guys. Are you looking to pick any spots? Are you looking for any positions? I'm going to run through these. Since we were talking about the different stocks, I'm going to run through them really quickly. So too loud. All right, so let's look at SpaceX. Uh-oh, pulling back. I still have that $100 alert so that I can text Caesar once it hits. Remind him not to buy. So we'll see. All right, so SpaceX pulling back. Let's look at NVIDIA. Just looking at it on the day. All right, trying to hold these levels here. Apple pushing lower, down. Well, it's not down, but kind of a neutral area here. Tesla pushing higher. Will we go and test these highs and pull back? We'll see. We had somewhat of a reaction here on the CPI news. Microsoft, not much of a reaction. Amazon, I would say neutral. Meta, trying to hold these bottoms here at around 648. So we'll see if we get a continuation. Google, same here, trying to hold the bottoms. Broadcom, pushing lower. All right, so I would say it's mixed. Let's look at silver. Put it on the longer term time frame. Interesting, silver trying to hold these bottoms here around for the past few days around the 57s. And something I haven't looked at for in a while is the gold to silver ratio. So let's do GC divided by silver. Oh, sorry, I had it wrong. GC gold. Where is it? Divided by SI. All right, let's look at that ratio. Oh, we're pushing higher, which means, okay, so this is inversely related to the prices we're trading at, right? When we reached our top, the ratio was about 43%. So way back in 2011, when we reached the top, the ratio was about 38% as well. So that, what you see here, let me put them side by side. So this would be gold. Put this on a weekly chart. So this gold top lines right up with the ratio bottoming at 40%, right? Basically, that's how much silver do you need to buy an ounce of gold, and it's the ratio. Now the ratio is going down. It's around 68%. And I would say once we reach these levels, when we're between 67 and 75, is kind of where we start bottoming. So are we seeing a bottom here in gold? We're definitely trying to do it. For the past 4 weeks, we've been trying to hold these, call it $3,900 to $4,000 levels. Put this a little lower. So we'll see if we can hold these levels or not. And then looking at silver, same scenario. We're trying to hold these, call it $55, $56 to $59 levels. I had the low at around 53.8. So I don't know if we'll wick down to that level on silver, but we'll see. Definitely trying to bottom here, and the ratio is looking interesting. I think if we get another little push higher here on the gold to silver ratio, so maybe touching this 74 to 75 in ratio, right? Then that means basically if we reach the 75, that means that silver is getting cheap in comparison to gold, and the ratio is wider. So basically you need more silver to buy gold. Then we would probably reach the bottom. That would probably be, because of the inverse correlation, a wick lower, and then we could see the price move higher. We'll see what happens. Let me zoom into gold, looking at the 15-minute chart here. Constructive pattern. Gold is looking to follow to the upside, I think, just like the indices. Silver also looking to do the same thing, in my opinion. Looking at the ES, trying to hold as well. Looking at the NQ, definitely trying to hold. So I don't know if we get that deep pullback around the 29,600s, like Caesar said. So we'll see. But Caesar said he's willing to chase. So we shall see. We shall see. So for everybody here, Colin, Ernest, IG6207, Hermes, and everybody else, first of all, make sure you liked the stream, and also let us know, what are you looking to trade? Where are you looking to pick your spots? I had a great trade yesterday after the stream on the NQ, actually. Let's look at it. So a lot of times you think you've missed a move, it's too late, etc., etc. That's not necessarily true. Let's take a quick look at the trade. Actually, we're 1 minute from the open, so we'll look at it in a few. I want to see how the price action develops here. All right, we're about 30 seconds from the open. So let's see what happens. Let's get these charts ready. So these are looking to target this area right here. Let's see what we get. All right, market is open. Pull up my charts, put them up here. You did buy a limit at 29,636, stop at 29,560. All right. That's a pretty good wide stop. What's up, Cowish? Let's see what we get. You're muted, by the way, Caesar. You know that? I don't know if it's on purpose.
All right, there we go. Better?
Yeah, you've been muted the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was on purpose. That's why I didn't say anything. So if you've been talking to me, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, pull, decent pull. Let's see. Oh, 30s.
Pulling back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ernest saying 560 is his stop. So around, the bottom of this consolidation right there, which is definitely a logical area to put your stop. If we can't hold above this consolidation, then that means the longs are suffering. So we'll see. Yeah, NQ did go down. I mean, your entry and your idea was, correct idea. I don't want to say wrong timing, but a little bit early, but it did play out. And I actually took that short in the afternoon. Recovered the previous morning losses and made a couple R's extra in return. And we'll look over that trade in a few. Really simple setup. But for now, we're looking at the markets and seeing what they want to do.
Yeah.
We have about 30 minutes before Warsh starts speaking.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. I want to see it come in and retest the top of that breakout area. First target is going to be the data wick, right?
Yeah.
Up at 29,919. And then above that, I mean, we could really fly. So
yeah.
But my ultimate target today on NQ is going to be 30,067 for that gap fill. What it does after that, I care not.
Okay, I like it. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, in the habit of just letting it do what it do. Come in with a plan. Once that plan is executed, it keeps me from doing the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, damn, I could have made that more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, come in with a plan. The plan hits. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, we're past that coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yes, sir.
If we get lucky, if we were long in a position, then it takes off, then great. But yeah, we'll let that for newer traders.
Well, hopefully they can learn. They can learn from us. Speaking and telling about it, because it plays with you. You know what I mean? And it adds to the emotional stress, and this could be stressful as is at times. You don't want to be like, oh, I could have done it.
Yeah.
It's like, but it could have gone the other way, right?
Exactly.
Like everyone always only looks at the positive aspect of it. Oh, here we go. We're coming in.
Survivorship bias.
All right.
Yeah, we're coming in. Oh, you said it was a fluke. You were trying ORB for the first time. Nice. Normally you do scalping between supply and demand. All right. Well, good on you. Points to you for, trying a new setup, a new strategy. That's always a good idea. So let's see what happens. Looking here, let's see if these levels can hold. Definitely seeing, the volume rising. I like the fact that we're not flushing. We're just, gradually pushing down. We're right at VWAP right now, at least on the 1 minute. Well, 5 minute looks less pretty. So let's see. How much of a move was that? That was 129 points. So, all right. Just take a look at something here.
It didn't quite hit my area, but I'm gonna try one. Try test. Be a little cautious, just waiting.
Oh man, the whole time I've been talking and I've same thing. I've been on mute.
Oh man. Let's see.
Yeah, I realized, Karish, I'm on mute. I've been talking to you actually. I was saying that ORB is a great way to approach trading in the morning. You get that range and then you pick your spots based on that opening range. And the size of the opening range can say a lot about the rest of the day. So if you get like on the NQ, if you get like a 50-point range, then that tells you that, man, we're not going to move a lot today necessarily. But if you get, 100 plus points in the first 15 minutes, for example, yesterday we had 189 points, then, it could be a pretty decent day. If you get 250 plus points, then it could be an aggressive day. So we'll see. But I like the opening range. I like approaching the open like that. We're trying to hold here, trying to hold above VWAP, buyer stepping in.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yep, there it goes. Look, there's that pop. Okay. Oh, got out too soon. Let's see if it can get back over 800.
Let's see. Let me look at the ES in the meantime.
Yes, looks good too.
Yep. Dipped a little bit below VWAP. Looking constructive.
Gaining.
All right, buyer stepping in.
Yep, buyer stepping in heavy. ES is looking good too.
All right, I think I'm going to take a stab at it on the yes.
Nashville coming. Needs to get over 800. Didn't quite fully come down to my ideal entry of the 677s, but respected the 700 area. It needs to get over 800. If it doesn't, it could come back and retest the 700. So I'm going to set a limit order at 700. Please come back for me.
Let's see. IG asking if you closed. Yeah, he closed, but looking to re-enter here. So let's see what it does.
Yeah, I closed that initial entry.
Yep.
I felt we could come back to really get my full entry at the bottom.
We might.
So, let's see. Here we come. Yeah, 800 is solid. They could also hold it here until Welsh.
Yeah, it might stay in that middle zone for a while.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
If I'm not filled by then, before he starts, I'm gonna cancel the order, just because he could say anything that could, cause an instant drop.
Yeah. I know the Fed posts a live feed. Let me see something. Let's see if I could get that testimony.
Go back. She wants to. You're not scrolling. Get that.
Okay, so I have the speech. If you go on the Federal Reserve, you could find the prepared speech that Warsh is going to give, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. AI just told me that. So it says the Fed posts a live feed plus the full prepared text at the federalreserve.gov. Today it gave me the address. So what we're gonna do is grab this.
Yeah.
I'm long the ES, by the way.
All right. Looks good.
Yeah, got it in a little late, but I am waiting for a pullback, just like you, to add to that position. So Caesar's waiting for his fill.
Yeah.
I'm long around 70, 75, 80, and then waiting for to add.
Beautiful. Damn.
Yeah, waiting to add around this zone right here. So let's call it right here. So if we get here, then I'll add to that position.
It's coming. It's coming. My only concern is that like this could actually come down lower.
Yeah, it could flush.
Yeah, to maybe 600.
You could wait. You don't have to
I'm gonna
leave the
cancel.
order. You could just mark it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna cancel and wait. So I just
Yeah.
canceled my pending order at 700. I'm gonna wait, yeah, because this could really. Oh my gosh. I mean, what's the 4 hour look like?
Yeah. Huh?
I'm like, what's the 4 hour look like? I got levels.
4 hours looking bullish.
Yeah.
At least on the yes.
And then Q, multiple green candles.
So I don't know how much this speech is going to affect the markets, actually. It's already pre-prepared. That means they've already parsed through it. Let me pull this up and have Claude do a summary for me. All right, so I can talk to Claude. Let me just say, can you summarize this into 4 bullet points? So while Caesar's waiting, what I just found is the speech here on federalreserve.gov for July 14th, right here. Let me switch to my screen. So yeah, we have the speech here. So what we're gonna do is ask Claude to summarize it for us. And oh, my long is starting to want to take off. Didn't have time to add. I'll wait. Okay, so basically, here's what he's saying. Based on that speech, of course. Don't take this as financial advice. So inflation is the priority and rates are on hold. He frames the FOMC as having zero tolerance for persistently elevated inflation. Target was 3.5 to 3.75. I thought it was 2. Economy is solid with AI investments as the standout. So I've been listening to other, people that have much better knowledge in macro monetary policy, et cetera, et cetera. And I think the bet here, because whether you guys know it or not, the United States is deeply in debt and the Fed continues to print money. I think they're betting on AI to save the economy. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And from what I understand, it's like AI is gonna save us. Otherwise, I don't know what's gonna save us. And anyways, 5 task force to overhaul how the Fed operates and an institutional reform framing. Okay, he calls this a hinge point in history. Da, da, da. All right. All I wanted to know is what he was going to say about rates, and supposedly they're going to hold. They're not going to raise, they're not going to lower. So we'll see.
Alleged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things can shift instantly. So
With the quickness, yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Back to 800 rejection.
Let's see if we could hold. I think my levels would be in right now. So let's see if I can get the levels in. Yep, rejection of the high on the NQ.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we want to hold. Okay, so let's look at the opening range as usual. Man, I have a lot of lines on this chart. We'll take these out. Okay, so opening range on NQ is this. We rejected a little bit of the highs, but we're looking to break these highs. So if we break, target would be 29,800s more or less. Let's look at the ES, which is what I'm trading right now. We actually rejected the highs here. Let's see if we can hold above 75.75 or at least 75.69, because below this, I think we're wrong. If we're wrong, if we go below the kind of the breakout here, call it 75.55 pre-market low, we're wrong on this long. So we'll see. So I'll put this here, 75.55, and then I'll say we are wrong. Right, here's where we're wrong. We'll put it red. As long as we can hold in this area, so say we just explode up, or maybe ideally what would be great is we do a little pullback, we hold above here, and then we form a bullish structure to go reconquer these highs. That would be a great trade for me. We'll see. And on the NQ,
10 minutes.
Ideal scenario. All right, 10 minutes from the speech. I think I'm going to hold through the speech. Just, I'm curious. Small, I probably won't add to it, but I'm curious to see what happens.
Okay.
I said I was going to wait, but this is tiny size, so.
Yeah.
All right. Bring this back up. The chat is quiet. Let us know, guys. Let us know what
waiting.
Are. Everybody's just waiting.
Yeah. Like we want to know first.
Chat is quiet. All right, so let me try to look for the speech. All right, so we got 9 minutes until this speech starts. I think I got it loaded here. I don't know if I'll be able to share the audio though. EVMux has, I don't think it has that capability. All right, I have it ready to go. We'll put the subtitles, so we'll look at it in a few. And waiting to see if these levels hold. Am I going long? Yeah, I'm holding. Just curious to see if these levels hold. I'm already long the ES. So risking tiny size. Coward saying he's bullish on NQ, but waiting for your range to give a signal. All right, I respect that. Let me switch back to my screen. Let me just show you guys what I'm waiting for and why I'm long already. So this is the ES. I'm already long. We took off here from the news, pulled back, formed a higher low based on this low, pulled back again on the open. I'm long. So what I'm waiting for is, okay, are we going to be able to hold above these 70, call it 75, 70s, right? If we were to pull back and hold here, I would add to the position and possibly targeting these prior highs. And I think Caesar's waiting for a similar position on the NQ. Now, if we can't do that, I'm definitely wrong if we can't hold above these levels. So that's why I'm like, I wrote a big "we are wrong" here, because if we can't hold above this pocket, all at 75.50s, then I'm wrong, because we can't hold from the low of the breakout, right? The breakout happened here. So let me just draw a line here. Breakout happened here, right? So if we pull back and we can't hold above this zone, then we're wrong. Now, I don't want this to get away from me. I want the satisfaction of if this explodes up during the speech that I'm already in. So, you know, I chased a little bit. And if we get it, great. If we don't, then it'll be a very small $200 loss. So we're good. You want NQ to go down to take liquidity and then push up where you'll put demand zone and long from there. All right, nice. These are potential areas where I would want to add. So around here. Oh, let me take this away. Just this arrow here. So this area would be wanting to add. And if we definitely are able to hold above here. So we'll see. 5 minutes until 10 o'clock. This is a classic hesitation neutral candle. Look at what's happening on the 1 hours. We have a wick up, a wick down. Same thing happened in the previous hour. So we'll see. We shall see. 3 minutes to go. Lavin saying staying away from Walsh and protecting. I totally agree with that. You know what? You deserve definitely some confetti for that. And honestly, one of the only reasons I'm long right now is because we're streaming and I don't want to just be watching the charts. I'd rather be in a position and see what happens. I think if we weren't streaming, I'd probably just be waiting. But respect, Lavin. I think staying off the charts is probably the best idea right now. Let's look at the NQ. What are we doing here? We're coiling. Definitely coiling. We're seeing prices compressing here, so waiting to explode. And there's usually two directions. So we'll see what happens. I think you're muted too.
Oh.
Today is mute day.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Setting up, I mean, on the higher time frame, it looks like a bull flag forming, so.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a betting man, oops, we are betting men. I would bet for this to go up. So we'll see. All right, 2 minutes from the speech. But I don't know. I think this is a speech that we just saw. And if the speech is already written and it's already available, was already available, then why? Anyways, you know what? Let me just refrain from comments. Like, if it's a pre-prepared speech, then there's no surprise, right?
Yeah, but the surprise is how the market interprets it, right?
Yeah, but the speech is already out.
Yeah.
Right? The speech came out early, and the news already came out. So
yeah, but then it's like they'll go off of like the tone, what is said, what is not said, questions that are unanswered. So yeah, it's like they really look at everything like under a microscope.
Yeah, maybe you said the tone, and I think that's very important. It's something we miss when we're texting is the tone, facial expressions, and I think also maybe how he answers questions. So
yeah, what he answers, what he doesn't, what's diverted. You know, the tone in which, like, it's wild, like the tone of how he responds.
Yeah.
You know, that's the part that's like, okay, they're really dissecting.
Let me look at gold in a few. Okay, gold. Everything is kind of behaving the same. Everything's in standby. If we look at ranges, you know, we've been in a, what is it, 13-point range for the past, give or take, 15, 20 minutes on the ES. So that's pretty tight. NQ is probably a 50-point. All right, so I'll call it 70-point range.
There we go.
For the past 20 minutes. All
10
right.
And they're not on. Typical.
10 o'clock. They're not on. The speech hasn't started yet. I haven't loaded up. He hasn't started speaking yet. Typical.
They're never on time. Ever.
Let me just double check something.
Never ever on time. It's like, oh, 10 o'clock. Show up 10:15, 10:30.
Yeah, to be extra sure. All right, we're waiting. Let me refresh this video feed.
Yep, see? This is why we wait. This is why we wait. There's no need to deal. I mean, that 800 level's pretty tough. Oh, it's picking
Yeah,
up.
pushing down.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Pushing down.
It wants to get under 675. Yeah, it could pull all the way to 600. Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit bearish.
Yeah, yeah. And is it still ain't talking yet?
Nah, I don't see. I mean, I have the video here. I keep reloading it.
No, nothing.
I have the video right here. Keep reloading.
Ridiculous.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I just looked at a few other sources. Still nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna go down. Pending orders removed.
Yep, looking a bit bearish for now.
Yeah, we ain't gonna touch. We gonna wait.
So
Do you have a stop on that position? You have a minute?
yeah, I have a stop. It's below the breakout. So 75.41, about what is it? 40 points. So that's pretty wide stop on the ES. But yeah, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It's fine.
Under 700. I mean, yeah, under 700. Yeah, this thing's gonna go. So they drop it before he starts to speak, and then once the speech comes,
Takes off.
a rally. Yeah.
We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Do they drop it like before, like Caesar says, they drop it before the speech, and then once he starts talking, it takes off? Let me know. What do you guys think? That's what I think. 4 hour, trying to hold. Let's see. Said you already put in the long? All right. Cowish is long. Are you long from what, 700s? Let's see. Let me look at my range really quickly. All right, so we're holding above this 50% on the ES. So let's see if we could hold above these levels. And then NQ, we're at the bottom of the opening range. So let's see if we can hold these lows. Maybe we sweep the lows and turn back up. If not, then it's short. Had a little trend here. So pushing lower. Usam, welcome back. Oh, you're in at 29,521, man. You have a great position then. You're long from way down there. 521. Where is that? Oh, you're long from here. Okay. What's up, Take Keith? How you doing? Welcome. We're waiting for this Warsh speech to see what happens. We just read through the report. I mean, not the report. We just read through the speech, and then we had AI do the summary for us. And I could go over it again. Where is it? Basically, the testimony, what he's going to talk about today is to say that inflation is the priority and rates are on hold. So basically, Looks like they're gonna hold rates. They're not gonna raise or cut, but we'll see. The economy is solid with AI investments as the standout. So basically, that AI is going to save us.
Yep.
Hey, we're using AI, so we can't criticize it. But that's what they're saying.
You.
Okay, sorry, I
I
take
haven't I
full.
haven't gotten on that wagon yet.
Yet you're looking to buy. What's the name? You're looking to buy SpaceX.
Well, yeah, I mean it's an investment. I'm
Like,
not
yeah.
because I'm personally not using it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna avoid a good investment
She's
opportunity.
like, if it makes money, I mean,
Yeah,
hey.
if it makes money, of course I'm gonna partake. I might not use it, but I'll invest in the companies. I mean, I invested
Gotcha.
in Intel, right? Intel is I'm still invested in Intel,
Yeah.
good amount, and they produce the chips. I was trading Nvidia. I've been in and out of Tesla, and Tesla is data gathering company, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know.
No, I
But
agree.
eventually, I think I will. Eventually, I think I will, because like I have a lot of people that ask me like, oh, are you using AI for trading? I'm like, no. Oh, but because like you can use AI to code a specific indicator that you like to use or whatever. So I'm just like, I just haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think the best use, since you've been trading for a while and you already know what you trade, you probably know your strengths and weaknesses. Um there's a lot of things that AI can do for a newer trader that it's not necessarily going to do for you. Where I think it could help you is if you have very, very specific questions and blind spots that you might not recognize, right? So, for example, the other day when I took all the data from, well, it was all my Black Arrow data, and I put it through and had it analyze it. The good thing is it could be unbiased, right?
Hmm.
And it told me something I don't think anyone would have told me, where it was like, if you're holding a position for more than 3 minutes, it's going to be a loser, because on average your positions you get into them and instantly they're positive. So I was like, that's an interesting data point. Of course, it's based just on that. So things like that, right?
Yeah.
That I think that's where somebody like you might benefit, or if you have very specific questions you want to ask it.
Yeah.
But there's a way to kind of prime it for it not to be not to
Generic.
kiss, not to be generic and not to kiss your ass, right? it's
Okay.
it's like
Yeah.
yeah. But I think that's where you might benefit, but I don't think you need it to generate an indicator or
Nah.
tell you, build a
Well, I mean,
strategy or whatever.
if I wanted to code one of my strategies, like that would be the way to go,
Yeah.
right? But I know some people use it for like analyzing the market and stuff like that, which is good. But at the same time, it's almost like it takes away from the work that
Yeah.
an individual has to do. It's
Yeah.
just like majority of people can't do mathematical equations in their head, right? Because they got so accustomed to using a calculator.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where, or even like instead of them reading, a full report, they're having, the AI compress it for them. And it's like, okay,
Yeah, like I just did.
yeah, yeah. So like, I mean, that like it's a speech, it's understandable, right? But
Yeah.
like even like they're doing it even with books and stuff like that, and it's just like it takes away a part of it that, I mean, it takes away a part of it that's like that I think is crucial, which is like part of the process.
Yeah.
But because like what happens if you no longer have a calculator, or let's say AI goes down, there's something. It's like
Yeah.
most
Then you're in trouble.
you're in trouble, exactly, because you rely on it so much.
Yeah.
If you're doing both, great. But if you're just relying on one thing, it's just like, damn.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think you should know how to do the thing, whatever it is, without AI, right? And then just use AI to either enhance it or point to blind spots that you wouldn't see without AI, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're analyzing, like I just said, gave the example, if you're analyzing your trades, analyzing your data and reviewing, it's something you already know how to do, and you know how to do it by yourself without AI. Now, you're just using AI to kind of point to blind spots or things that you wouldn't see. So I think that's a good use. And I think people who are probably, I don't know actually. I was gonna say people who are late adopters might have the upper hand, but I'm not 100% sure. But I totally respect that you're not jumping on the bandwagon. By the way, they've started to talk
Speak.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
about time.
So let's see.
Can you hear? No.
I could hear. I could put the. There it is. So that's the chairman speaking.
Let's see. I think they should have it on CNBC.
Unfortunately, I can't. Let me see something.
Let's not cooperating. I was trying to see if they have it on CNBC, but they don't.
Mm-mm. I looked on CNBC. I can't. I could put it on the speaker. Let me try to put it on the speaker. One second.
Oh, heard it slightly.
Thank you, Chairman Hill.
Can you hear?
Wash, you're taking the House
Can you hear it?
of the Federal
Yep.
Reserve at an important moment. Congress designed the Fed to stand apart from politics so that it can support stable prices, maximum employment, financial stability, and the long-term interest of the American people, and not the personal interests of a president. Today, working families are being crushed by the rising cost of
And Q having mood swings.
They pay more
We'll
at
see.
the grocery store, more at the gas pump, and more for housing than they did a year ago. Just today, the bipartisan Joint Economic Committee reported that
Usam saying, what is he
Americans have paid a
testifying
total
for? But he's just
of
gonna.
$56.4 billion more in gas.
He's gonna.
Began his endless war
How could I
against
say?
Iran. That's 400
Present his policy basically and what they're thinking about.
household.
And the summary is the very, very brief summary based on what I've seen is that they're going to hold rates. They're not going to touch them for now. And then AI is going to save us. that's the gist of it.
Means for their jobs and their financial security. The one common thread of all of this is Trump, whose policies and actions made the economy and the concerns of American people so much.
Let me know if you guys hear it.
Tariffs have driven up costs for consumers and businesses. His attacks on independent financial regulators have undermined confidence.
And then we're just letting the position bleed slowly.
That have protected the public. His
I'm
war
glad
in the
I
Middle East, which
hands
has
off.
no
ending
end,
order. Yeah,
continues to
it just
protect
it wasn't looking too appealing, and
Despite
obviously
this pain
wasn't sure as to how
felt by
things were
American
going to go with
families.
this Fed
One
speech.
family
Was
Yeah.
more of a
this
testimony than a speech. But yeah,
Yeah.
Trump
I'm gonna be sitting on my hands until this is done, and then once it's done, I'll look to catch a bounce or a continuation to the downside.
administration.
Yeah, once this thing got under 675, it's basically all right. We're coming down to 600.
Yeah.
If it breaks 600, we could see 550 and 500.
Stop this profiteering.
560 and then 500. Yeah, oh wow, she's picking up.
in crypto legislation.
Let's see.
I understand.
And I'm slowly bleeding for the both of us. All right. You guys, if you were in a trade long, you could see I'm showing you what not to do.
Patience, yeah.
That could also be the case for the President of the United States of America. Turning to the Federal Reserve,
I'm kind of tempted to try it short.
your predecessor,
Whoa.
You,
because he refused to kiss the ring in his monetary policy
okay, we bounced off of
presidency.
that.
His administration continues to try to remove your colleague, Governor Lisa Cook. I hope we hear from you today exactly you will defend your colleagues.
Ooh, I like how we bounce from where I thought we were wrong. That would be great if we could really bounce.
The Fed when it overturned Humphrey's executive order.
Not gonna add just yet, unless we start taking off.
Presidential authority over independent agencies, and it is likely to still come for other functions of the Fed, like bank supervision next. Committed Democrats will continue fighting to protect the independence of the Fed and other agencies, strengthen consumer protection.
So, if we normalize NPS,
oh, sorry.
CSAT and treat Q1.
I don't pay for YouTube, so.
That should be good.
Not the president, the wealthy or the well-connected. So I look forward to your testimony today. I yield back. Balance the budget.
The gentlewoman yields back. I now recognize the chair of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Lucas of Oklahoma, for a 1-minute opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome, Chairman Walsh, to your first hearing as chairman, and congratulations on your confirmation.
If we can't hold this, I'm definitely wrong. I've tapped into the wrong area here where I said we were going to be wrong. Whoops, sorry.
Welcome reforms, including
If we can't hold this.
Many members are eager to get your thoughts on it. For example, former Chair Powell had committed to review some of the Fed's communication tools. And although we expected that to be completed last August, alongside the review of the consensus statement, it is yet to happen. A review of the Fed's communication tools is long overdue, and we look forward to your focus on completing the project through the task force. We also spent time this Congress examining the composition and the size of the Fed's balance sheet, an effort that you are now undertaking at the Fed. It is vital that the Fed get this right. We welcome continued collaboration on that front. And I have a lot to talk about today. I look forward to your testimony and our discussion, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas. I recognize the ranking member of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Vargas of California.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member Waters, for calling this hearing. Further, thank you, Chairman Walsh, for coming before this committee, especially so early on after being confirmed.
You said you chickened out of your short and NQ when you saw the bounce. Don't chicken out. I'm not always right.
Last week, and as ranking member of the Task Force on Monetary Policy,
It's 50-50.
Huh? So it's not a bad thing, you know, chickening out and just, hey.
I mean, yeah.
The independence of the Federal Reserve is my top concern.
I might try.
No influence from the president or others.
Let's see if we can hold. Might be a fake out.
Is one of the essential pieces that maintain the strength and reliability.
If we don't hold that area,
I encourage you and the entire
let me call it the
keep that independence.
there is hope. There is hope.
Today we welcome the testimony of our
there you go.
This is where there is hope.
Chairman Walsh, we thank you for taking time.
All right, Walsh is coming in. Let me put him back on.
Give an oral presentation of your written testimony without objection. Your testimony will be made part of the record. I now recognize you for 5 minutes.
Thank you.
5 minutes.
Chairman Hill, Ranking Member Waters, other members of the committee, good morning. It's a real privilege to join you. At my very first appearance here before this panel, I'm particularly honored to represent my superb colleagues in the Federal Reserve System.
Yep, that's the speech we just saw.
Submitting the monetary policy report, as is our obligation and our duty.
See, we have it.
I think of a long
could
line
just
of
read
central
it.
bank chiefs that have appeared in this very room before Congress in keeping with the Federal Reserve Act. One of the largest figures in Federal Reserve history is Alan Greenspan. Passed away about a month ago after a century of life.
By my count.
The Fed recalled the chairman's strong and steady leadership, strong hands, in a period of rapid economic change. And today we honor his memory.
As a country.
As a country, we just marked our 250th.
Oh my God.
Americans count
It's magic.
our blessings.
I know what he's going to say.
You have a crystal ball?
Predicated on the
I have a crystal
brilliance
ball.
of our constitutional design and a system of ordered liberty. An economy without equal in all it's done for human flourishing. Some forms of Fed communications
are discretionary.
About previously are discretionary, but not this
On the money.
for good reason.
Man, that red level was that box was good.
Yeah.
Let's hope we hold. There is hope, guys. There is hope.
Its congressional mandate for employment and price stability. These obligations.
Here's my thing. He says that they're going to hold rates steady, right? I don't know how the market is interpreting that. Usually steady rates for me is bearish, right? It's steady or raising is bearish. And then if they cut, then it's bullish. So that's my hesitation there. I don't know if the market is thinking holding rates as bullish. But then again, AI is going to save us. So
Not the Fed.
Could be.
we're holding, guys. We're holding, chat.
It's a good reversal.
And if we get policy right, and I can assure you we will, the inflation surge of the last 5 years will be a thing of the past.
Good thing you got out of those shorts. Yeah.
Meeting of FOMC. My colleagues and I recognize that high inflation has been an undue burden.
All right, I could hear you scaling in.
Yeah, I just entered a long on NQ.
Volatilities
Nice.
and variations are inevitable. Especially
I'm going to switch to your screen in a bit. I just don't want to.
underlying
Yeah.
inflation.
If I touch the screen, it's going to get all this thing out. So I'll switch back and
No
forth.
worries, I'm good.
As the chairman said at the outset, inflation's a choice. The members of our committee have no tolerance for persistently elevated inflation, and we share a resolute commitment to ensure price stability. This was the focus of our June meeting, at which we decided to hold the target range in the Fed funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75%. Now, naturally, our work at the Fed demands a proper reading on economic conditions. As you see in our report, economic activity grew at a solid pace, showing remarkable resilience in the face of recent developments. Household consumption, moderate. Manufacturing output, it moved up steadily this past year. The housing sector, however, gives a somewhat different picture and continues to lag. I want to highlight the most striking feature of this economy right now, and it's business investment. The rapid pace
There's the AI part.
appears to be accelerating, reflects in part the construction of data centers.
Let's see if we take off on AI.
And immense demand for AI-related equipment and software.
Boom.
Investment in equipment overall increased about 8% for the year in the first quarter. Within that category, high-tech spending logged an especially impressive growth rate.
All right, Lavin is green with 2 lots. I like it.
We don't yet know fully the extent to which the economy will benefit. And it seems inevitable. That which we're now calling AI investment will soon just be called investment. Even so, new opportunities for the economy introduce new challenges for central bankers. We at the Fed are monitoring the implications for employment and for inflation.
Good job. Yeah, it's trying to push up, Kawish. Good job, good job, good job.
Time commitment to the supply side of the economy, which deserves equal measure of discussion. Productivity growth has been strong, predating gains from AI adoption. America's labor force appears stable. Job creation has in fact kept pace with the workforce. The unemployment rate is low and changed little over the last year. And we've seen relatively few layoffs. In closing, I will say this. I came to my new position as a believer in the very best of the Fed's traditions. I'm heartened by the welcome I've received and by the encouragement of my colleagues in considering how best to advance the conduct of monetary policy. We have a duty to point this institution forward. Take
Let's
a fresh
see.
look at current practices to make sure we're serving the objectives you gave us. and we're going about it systematically. I've appointed task forces that you've already referenced in 5 key areas to improve the broad conduct of monetary policy. 1, Fed communications. 2, our balance sheet policy. 3, our use of existing data sources. 4th, productivity and jobs in an era of remarkable.
It's hard to believe that in the middle of record inflation, Mint Mobile is actually lowering prices.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
The purpose of this initiative is to equip the Fed to make better decisions in monetary policy and put these years of high inflation behind us.
All right, let's get it, baby.
In this consequential time for our nation, I can report to
No
you.
pop?
Starting to look good. Starting to look good. Let's hope it's a real pop.
Yeah, I don't know, but I took my $100 there.
Nice.
Determined as ever to fulfill the mission.
That's why.
This is given us.
I'm waiting for him to stop talking to Ed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Warsh. We'll now turn to member questions. I'll recognize myself for 5 minutes. As outlined in your statement, inflation is the result of many factors. Of these, the Fed has control only over the monetary policy as expressed.
That's the part we were talking about, where they ask questions and then they see his tone, et cetera, et cetera. So I like how it's holding so far.
What the Fed can control is how it reacts. Though upward pressure on prices may diminish on its own, it's not a sure thing. The Fed may be able to look through these inflationary pressures, but the Fed has believed that before and has been wrong. High inflation affects Americans in the here and now, not in some hypothetical future composed of long-term projections or inflation expectations. Mr. Chairman, I was very encouraged to hear it both in your testimony and your opening FOMC statement about restoring price stability as a top priority.
I was listening to a guy the other day. He was like, the Fed is not really a federal institution because
It's independent.
Yeah, but it's also who are the members of the Fed is the banks. So I don't know how much influence there is there.
Oh, it's quite a bit because I mean the banks hold quote unquote the assets.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, is it the Feds? No, not the Feds. I'm thinking IRS.
But inflation's choice.
Oh yeah. Catfish, unfortunately, DAX is not on futures, not yet. So we don't have the DAX on the Fibers futures. That's crazy.
Base hits. Look at this pullback back to the 30s.
Yep. It's crazy to think someone is watching his facial expression like a hawk and then immediately, yeah, man. I mean, these HFT traders, these algos, they're listening to everything, like Caesar says. They're scanning tons of data, not only his speech, but everything that's popping on Twitter, everything that's, I mean, these strategies are insane. I've heard of a guy that was explaining a strategy where they would watch weather patterns combined with the width of oil, how do you call those? Like the pipes.
Yep.
Right? They knew the exact width of the pipes. They watched the weather, and based on whether it was summer or winter, and you know how the metal contracts and expands, well, they would take trades based on that, dude. Like this is another type of trading.
Yeah. That there's people that trade off of the astronomy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Moon cycles.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there's a ton of different things why people take certain trades. But yeah, there's an individual that they look at like the satellite view. Of the oil.
Yeah.
Like the oil, the tanks.
The silos, yeah, the tanks, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then based on it, like they'll trade based off of that. There's another, like if you pay that $25,000 a year for Bloomberg, they have a function where you can track Like they're tracking every oil tanker, right? So
It's insane.
so there's some that trade oil based off of that.
Yeah.
Information. Yeah, it's
No, it's
wild.
crazy. There's, people that track private jets and trade based off of that, with earnings. I mean, there's so many strategies out there, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Institutional orders, yeah. People who buy 5 million shares, they have people inside, yeah. Crazy stuff. GAN trading. Yeah, there's all types of trading. I want to try and have my dog trade. So eventually I'll try to code something in Claude and then have a buy and sell button connected to TradingView and see how well my dog does.
Hey, that might do really well. You never know.
You'd be surprised.
No.
All right. This is wanting to push up. I don't know if we're gonna hit resistance again at 75.84, but I think I want to add and then risk that low. I think we're holding. Just gonna add here, and then I'm gonna risk off of that low. So keeping the same risk. We had a 40-point risk. Now it's about 20 points. Let's see if we get continuation to the upside. First target would be. Oh, this is tall. First target would be around here. So we'll put a sell order. Sell limit 1. So around here, just 20. That's a quick 1-to-1. And then we would leave the other one to see if we could reach 75.96. So 75.96 would be the proper target, actually. 96. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, she moving. Let's go.
There's traders who trade on astrology. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I should have added earlier, but I just didn't trust the move. So
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. And then, this is 20 points, so I'm essentially risking the same amount. And then if we have follow through, great. If we don't, then we don't.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Indeed. You selling the trade?
I took profits and I just reset my my buy limit at 669. So I switched accounts. I made 100 and something on the other account.
Nice.
60. So on this one, so I'm looking to just make another 60, 80. But whoa, wow.
Nice. That's what we want. It's a little too fast, though. They don't last long when they're that fast. Or wait, is there news?
There's some kind of news.
Wait, that must be news.
I have to win news.
Oh, come on. Don't be Trump again messing up my position.
Right, if it is, it's cool. Oh, wow. No?
I said we need to watch. Is it 10:30? It would,
Yep, it's 10:34.
It's 10:34. The news came out at 10:36 yesterday.
What's the news?
Let me see. That would be crazy if it's another tweet. If it's another tweet, tinfoil hat on. This is. Warsh, Fed framework was a mistake, did not succeed. Okay, this is all Warsh, but I turned off his speech.
All while he is responsible for overseeing regulating crypto. This is an
I don't like that move.
Looks good to continue.
I don't know. I think it was sold too fast. Let's see. All right. We're still holding.
Over 800, it's good.
Caesar's nice. Green. You said, Lavin, you said, what type of candle were you looking at to exit at we are wrong area hypothetically? So I wasn't looking at a candle. I'm just going to show you what I was looking at and why I said we were wrong. So basically we were wrong below that area, right? Let's just look at this. And we were wrong was the best entry. There's a trader that says where you want to put your stop is where you should put your entry. But so what I was looking at was this consolidation pattern here. And Caesar said it this morning. So if you look, and let me put this on a 5-minute. And then let me just copy this here. So consider this to be, let me hide these for a second. Show positions, show orders. All right. So what was the idea? The idea is we consolidated in here, right? And then we broke out. Well, just like Caesar said this morning, if we retrace back, we have to retrace back to the top of the consolidation. Now, on the Nasdaq, it was clearer. We had a horizontal consolidation that I'm going to look at. But that's why I like looking at trends, because technically the resistance level is this, right? And this pocket right here, this pocket is where I thought, okay, if we get below this, then we're wrong. Why? Because that's exactly where we broke out from. So we should hold above the breakout. If we can't hold above the breakout, then hey, it's not it doesn't make sense. So for example, just think about it psychologically. Let's say you fabricate a shoe and you're selling your shoes for $100, and the $100 is your starting price right here. Right? Let's say the shoes start selling at 100, and then they take off and they double. They sell at 200. Right? And then you give a discount right here. They're about 150. Well, once your shoe goes back to 100, you need to be able to technically sell again. If you can't sell at that price, you're losing money. So psychologically, that's why I'm like, if we get back below this, then we're wrong, right? Because our shoes need to, if we took off, if we had a huge amount of sales for our shoes here, and if we get back to that same price and we're not selling, then there's a problem. There's either a problem with the shoe or with the company, or the client doesn't like it anymore and there's a better opportunity. You know, that's psychologically, that's why I pointed to that zone, that area. Now, I just got lucky that it tapped exactly into it and pulled back up. I'm not going to say that, you know, I'm that good. This was just a logical area where it made sense. And Caesar actually mentioned it for the NQ. In the case of the NQ, the area, and it's funny, I think somebody said their stop was 560. So I think this got to 567. But Caesar talked about this area right here, those highs, right? And then if you think about it, this was the consolidation area, right? So that's where we kind of broke out from. So if we tap into that and we can't revert back up, then again, we're wrong, because that's where price was accepted. So that's how I determined it, Take Heath. And I just got lucky that it tapped exactly into it and reverted back up. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it came right into the bottom part of it. So like, I guess, like, can I share my screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna share your screen right now.
All right. So as you can see, like, I marked off the bottom of that consolidation, the top of it, and we literally came right to the top of the bottom of that consolidation. And ran up. And if you didn't catch here, like you could see, I have a buy limit here. Once price closed above that upper part of that consolidation, that's where it's like, okay, now you could take a long and obviously, you know, risk accordingly to your account and what you're comfortable with.
Yep. You talked about that level on morning. How we had the buy limit orders set there, but you were right to take them off because they would have pierced through and come
Yeah.
back up, and that's a tricky thing when there's news. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's something that's like I've learned. It's like, okay, I'd rather just, um, wait
wait.
until confirmation. Yeah, because it's just like there's, who's to say that this thing wouldn't have just, plummeted 200-300 points, right? So
Yeah,
I'd rather be more cautious. Again, because of all this news and tweeting we've been having, it's like at any moment the rug could get pulled from you. So not if I'm not liking what I'm seeing, I'll just remove everything or I'll just sit on my hands. And to a degree, that comes with, actually putting time into the market where it's like, okay, if you don't like what you're seeing, just walk away.
yep,
Could this have, respected it and kept on going? Absolutely.
yep,
But, I would have had to accept that at that moment that I chose to remove the trade or to close out the trade, I did what I felt was best for my account, right? So, because a lot of times people will do something, they'll see something or they don't like something and they'll close out or exit and then it continues on and then, they get upset like, oh, da 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 da. And it's just like, no, like at that given moment, at that specific moment, you did what you felt was best, right? You
exactly.
have to accept that. And then it's just, look for an opportunity. And now more so than ever, there's constant retests of levels where you can get a re-entry or just you trade the next day.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be every single day and whatever. And with this price action, it's been kind of rough to want to size up and stuff like that. So take it and learn from what we're saying as far as that. If you don't like what you see, walk away. Sometimes not having a position is a position.
yeah. Totally agree on that one. Totally agree on that one.
Preservation,
Capital preservation. That's our
Right.
job. And I like when you said, coulda, shoulda, woulda, because we as humans have survivorship bias. We'll remember all the positions where when, we were in, we got out, and then it worked in our favor, but we'll forget about all the times we were in, we got out, and then it didn't go in our favor, which probably happens more often than not, right? We'll remember that one time where it took off, but we'll forget about the other 10 times where it didn't. So I like that. I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, and then there's also the times where it's like, based on previous experience, like, oh, well, last time I did this, that, you'll hold a position and it goes even further. And then it's like, damn, I should have cut it.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have taken that profit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, we're never going to be perfect at this, but it's just like, you continue to learn and evolve as far as like, okay, you're constantly gathering data as to, the good trades you're taking, the bad trades that you're taking, the conditions of the market, how you reacted at various points, and eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, you know what, like I just want to do those base hits. You get
Yeah.
into the habit of base hitting. Every day that you take a base hit, the following week your account is compounded, right? So if you do $100, $200 for the whole week, next week you're gonna have an extra $500 or $1,000, and next week, we could have better movements, and
Yeah.
those better movements will translate to nice, $500,000, $2,000 days.
Yep,
So,
exactly. And then they, like you said, keyword, they compound.
hmm
So unless you're just blasting your money everywhere, but but they do compound and they add up
yeah,
faster than you might think. So
yeah,
so yeah, I like
absolutely.
it. I like it. I like it. I like it. You're touching on base hits, and I'm actually there's a great example I can give right now of me not taking a base hit and making the mistake right here on the chart. So I'm
hmm
going to show you guys my mistake and basically being too greedy. So ideally, I was risking 40 points, brought it down to about 25 points. And I'm trying to, make a 1-to-1 here, 25 points, and then maybe make a 2-to-1 here. But if I'm basing these levels on reality, my TPs should be much lower. And let's look at the chart and I'm going to show you something. And that's based on usually that opening range we were talking about. So this is the ES right now, right?
hmm
And if we look at the ideal TPs based on what I've seen, TP1 should be here around 75.96 and TP2 should be here around 76 06 more or less, right? And look at what happened. As soon as we got to this level, we wicked back down. I think a lot of profits were taken around here. And that's exactly at that previous pocket. Now, my first TP should have been here. But because of me being a little bit greedy today, thinking we were going to blast up. So again, first profit should have been at 75.96. So 75.96 is right here, which is about 14 points. And then the second TP should be 76.08. So 76.08 should be right here. That's where my TPs should have been, right? I got a little greedy, but these are the base hits I should have been looking for, right? So again, be realistic with your positions. Don't get too greedy. Sometimes they will work out, sometimes they won't. I just missed the moves here. So gonna wait because that was the, how could I say? The plan is to hold this trade until we are wrong. So if it works out, great. If it doesn't, I'll take the stop. But I like the fact that Caesar was touching on base hits. It's not every day we're going to get these monstrous up moves, right? We already had from here a 70-point move on the ES. The ES moves 50 points on average. So that's basically a day and a half that we got there. So I shouldn't have been, at least not this early, I shouldn't have been looking for levels that were way up there. And I didn't take a look at my opening range to double check my levels. So, you know, stay on earth.
I have a question. So
yeah,
being that it came down, right, and it reversed, so from right where you have that red box, this pop did get you to where you're in profits. Why didn't you lock in any?
That's what I'm saying. Well, it's two things. One, I was greedy. Well, it's three things. One, I was greedy to have my profits too high. Two, I didn't check. So I was basing my profits off of my risk. Right, I'm like, okay, I'm risking quick math. I'm risking 25. I should be making at least 1 R for the first TP. You know, I like to call it the payroll. Yeah. And then let's look for 2 Rs for the bonus if I get it. Yeah. Didn't really care about the bonus, wanted the payroll. And then if the first one got taken out, my stop would have moved to break even. And then that's my base hit for the day. So first thing is me being greedy and just looking at the numbers. Yeah. Second thing was not using my usual strategy and calculating that my levels made sense. But most of all, I just wasn't paying attention and looking at everything. That's not an excuse, right? Yeah. The real reason is me being a little bit greedy. Gotcha. But yeah, my TPs are where they should have been.
Yeah, so like definitely a little bit lower. Where, at least for me speaking, like whenever I take a trade and I'm negative, right? And let's say I come shy of getting stopped out and it reversed to where it pops to where I'm in some profits, I'll take that profits and then I'll look to reposition myself. Yeah. Right? So something to possibly implement is like, okay, once like you've been red for, you know, the last, I don't know what, 40 minutes or so, right? So it's like once this thing popped green, okay, let me close out the position and then let me look for a better entry where I can scale in and then have, even if it doesn't fully go to my TP, I'm still walking away with something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah.
No, totally.
At the same time, you are doing a lot with the commentary.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot. And then, I remember when it popped like that, which I didn't expect, I was looking, where's the news? Where's the news? Trying to find the news. And I should have probably
closed that shit.
Well, yeah.
Like, let me get this.
That's the whole reason I'm trading with tiny size with these accounts. Right now, I'm just holding 1 contract, 2 contracts max. Right, because like yesterday, for example, I took a couple losses. I think I was down 400, and then when I got off stream, I was able to focus and then recovered and made an extra. I think I made 600 or 700, so recovered that loss on this account. So, but you're totally right. I mean, once this popped, I should have gotten out, X out of the position, and then look to re-enter at a better spot. Because right now where we're at, it's like, okay, it's 50-50. We're still over VWAP. We're still trading more or less above this resistance, but we got 2 pops and it got rejected. The second high was a lower high. So hey, maybe maybe it's done for the day and we're gonna just continue downward. So now I'm at a point where you have to ask yourself the question: are you gonna hold the position and hope that it goes back, or are you okay to close it right now and that it actually goes to your TP? Or are you gonna, what are you gonna do, and what are you the most okay with? And for how can I say it? For the way I am, what I'm the most okay with is just not touching anything. I adjusted my TPs to where they're supposed to be. I'm gonna let the position do what it's supposed to do. So it's either gonna take me out or it's gonna go back to where it needs to go. So yeah, that's what I'm the most okay with. I don't want to be entering, re-entering, exiting, whatever. I should have done that before.
Totally.
Lavin said we spoke about R multiples to book the profit the other day. Yeah, we definitely spoke about R multiples, and I was using R multiples to book the profits, but I wasn't using realistic levels. So you need to be realistic with your TPs, which I wasn't.
Yeah, this pullback also could have been for the London close. I'm gonna run. Let me see.
You're not in any positions now, right?
No, I'm not in any right now. Although
nice. Today was a class in. Caesar gave us a lesson, a class in just staying back and relaxing, right? And patience, just chilling.
I mean, cause again, like the other reason is because I caught the long on CPI, right?
Yeah, you caught the early one.
Yeah, I made about like 1600.
Nice.
So I'm just like, all right,
nah, work is done, dude.
I can just coast 100 here, 100 there, rotate accounts, another 100, 200 here. Because some of these accounts are just like, I'm just, if the opportunity presented itself, although it's like I wanted to trade it on these accounts, but I'm like, I'll wait because my other accounts, like I'm closer to payouts than I am with this one, with the Black Arrow one. So I was like, maybe just focus on those first.
Yeah, you don't need to force anything. I agree.
Nope. And then slow hits.
I agree. Is there an issue going on in the hub? You're not able to log in that I know of? No. Let me just try to log in as we're speaking. Let me see. Let me try to log in. And then Lavin saying wait for third and last pop for the day and exit. I'm not gonna touch anything. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. My plan for the trade worked out great. The only thing, well, not the only thing, one of the things I could have done better was be a little bit more confident, and where I have that circle that says there is hope, that's where I wanted to add. So I would have had a better average price. That's the only thing I could have done better. Apart from, of course, setting my TPs realistically. So I'm just going to wait. This is going to do what it wants to do.
Yeah. It's pushing for the close.
Yeah, it wants to push. We'll see if it's real or not. Still logging in. Give me a second. Oh, I don't need this anymore. So I found a way where we could hear the YouTube videos.
Sweet.
Super. Look at the technology. He's not looking. Caesar missed the technology. Super high tech.
Oh, yeah.
Speaker in a mug.
Love it. Hey, man. That's creativity right there.
Yeah.
Where's she moving?
All right, we'll see if we get that pop.
come to my guy's TP, man. Please and thank you. Let my guys get this.
Let's see. Let's see. See if we get it.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Looking
good. Taking a little bit of time to load. So actually, I'm gonna let the devs know, because you're right. The hub is not letting me log in right now.
Uh-oh. Too many people trying to buy accounts.
Probably. Let me try with another browser. All right, guys, we got just 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. For the London close.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the dev team know, because it's actually loading, and not letting me log in. So thanks for that notification. Get it patented. All right, I'll do that. Super high tech. I'll get a patent. Yeah, it gives you the same error, so I'm gonna let our dev team know, actually, so that they can get to it at once. All right. So 3 minutes to go. Let's see if I at least get one TP on stream.
I think you will.
If not, then it is what it is. Let me switch to 2-minute bars instead. Yeah, it's very near the TP, but I like to hold my positions to TP. So, and it's happened quite often that I get very close and then I don't get executed, and I have to X out, but we'll see. I didn't look at the Nasdaq quick. Oh, Nasdaq is still inside this. Okay.
Yeah, the one that's out of it is ES.
Yeah. So the Nasdaq is actually lagging. It has room to run if it really wants to take off. If it wants to take off, of course. That's a big if.
I think it will. He thinks it will.
Yep, it's very near the TP.
What's your first TP?
It's 14 points away, 75.96.
Okay.
I mean, so it's 14 points from my entry, so about 6 points away from here.
All right. London's about to close.
Let's see what we get. Let us see. We got about 20 seconds to go. By the way, guys, I hope everybody liked the stream. I hope you remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. I hope you're enjoying this, because I am. Yes, like.
It costs you nothing.
Nothing. All right. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do we get it? Do we get it? Do we get it?
It's going. It's going. 800.
I guess we're not going to get that breakout. Well, news was crazy. Yeah, news was the news move was crazy. The news overall was meh. A little positive on the numbers, but that's about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in. Remember, tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., I'll be live on Discord discussing the market. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if you guys are on the futures Discord, come check us out. One more lower high. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not moving anything. We'll let it do what it does.
All right.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Take care.